Hello everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. As I said last time around, we're gonna try to attempt the siege of St Petersburg. Last time around, when we tried to out-resolve it, when we first came across it, it backfired upon us and it crashed. So we're gonna see how this goes, if we're able to play this. Otherwise, as I said before, I have a trick that might turn it around for us, and hopefully that will work. Not entirely sure if it will, but it would be rather strange if we are unable to conquer St Petersburg because of a game bug. Now, a lot of the enemy force were Jaegers, so what I'll do is I'll concentrate the cavalry on one flank and bring them all up in sort of this at the same time to combat them. Looks like this is quite a nice hill. Can get the cannons going up here. Okay, I had a good placement first time I placed them here. Then it became worse as I placed them. Not entirely sure why this turned out so spaced from each other now. There we go. Hopefully that guy won't hit the tree. You know what, it's probably best just to limber them and then move them up. Right, line infantry, just a long line. Guards in the back. We got these guys with us. General there. Mostly gonna be looking at the oh, they move all the way over there. Let's see. Let's just bring up the map so we see what's going on. You know what? We'll probably have to move everything forwards. And that includes the cannons as well. I'm moving everything on a slight angle as we're moving the men forwards. But I'm hoping this will just discover them. At the same time, we'll have the cavalry start moving off into a direction. Obligene, Jaegers, militia, armed citizenry, a lot of useless Russian units all along the line here, I must say. Let's see if we can be bold and move the cannons quickly. Ah, the enemy actually has a cannon this time around. How splendid for them. Right, we're gonna drag the line across there to there, and then hurry everyone up. And the cavalry is moving in. Are they unlimbering? I think they might be. The cannons are coming under fire by the Jaegers. Oh, there's more cannons over here. These two will move up to sort of protect the cannons. Same on this side. And then the cannons will unlimber. And our men are starting to trade fire now with the enemy. The cavalry has come under fire. Detach and charge. And move towards the flanks. We're about to have the Russian open up with their batteries against us. Oh, they are spraying us with canister. Not very effective at the current state, but it's probably going to be more effective. So let's get that get those men underway. These units really need to come in a move in a flank like that. Right, cavalry Go on, aid over there. You two continue forwards. We can move these guys now. Move them up. More cavalry going in among the obligene. We got a large Russian force coming through here. But they're going to be hit by canister. And since they're now in front of their own guns, they might be hit by them as well. This cavalry unit is tired and wavering, and it really needs aid by these men to come up and aid them. And then these guys will come closer. Right, the general will hurry up and the guards will move up, and we're gonna go just slow down and take stock of what's going on. So the 15th Hussars are falling back, but we got the infantry regiments pushing up to support, and we still have the dragoons, the 7th Dragoon Guards, stuck in fighting over there, and now they're getting support by the line infantry. All across the line we're firing into the forest and meeting the enemy's fire. Now the Russians were shooting canister at us, but because they had placed their artillery in such a bad position, only a few men, I think 7 men lost in this unit. Our canisters, they were about to fire another one here. Boom! Flies through, kills loads of them. We've moved up the troops on the flank here. And, oh, didn't I tell you to charge? And then we got other dragoons in here among the cannons. Oh, our dragoons here as well are falling back because... Have they formed square? Why are they holding so well, these men? Where did the 15th Hussars go? They're back. Right, go back to normal speed. The 15th Hussars go here. Dragoons fall back. You go in. Yeah, these guys fall back, but that only opens up for our infantry to open fire at a much better rate. Sapper unit, apparently that might be a rather strong sapper unit then. The enemy is being blown back everywhere. Now these guys pull them up quickly into complete flank. The enemy general has died. Our cavalry is breaking everything down there, but the cavalry is not able to handle what I thought they were going to be able to handle. Still some Russians in the forest, a Jaeger unit. The cavalry broke apart everything that was going on there. What we're going to do is we're going to take the cavalry out of there. We're going to rely a lot more on our infantry. These guys are going to have to come back because I think they might get up. These guys, the guards have been fighting in the shooting in these guys' backs. Why don't you go over here and start off a bayonet charge against the enemy along the line over here. The Russians are being pushed back. We've got a small unit of Jaegers, and the cavalry got the morale back so they can charge. We're firing into this forest, but we're not really breaking the enemy, so charge in bayonets. I think it's time to hold fire on the canister. And what we could do is we could charge in bayonets here as well. And then these men get those Jaegers away, and then over here we can get bayonet charge going as well. Oh, the bomb went off. throwing shrapnel all over the place. Lucky for us though, it seems that none of our men really were damaged by it in any great sense. Get rid of the ones that are returning to the battle. This battle has been conducted rather quickly, but these are... I was gonna say veterans, but this was a recently formed army, I believe, so not really veterans in the same sense as some of the other armies. Continue forwards. These guys continuing forwards. The cavalry being able to stomp the few remaining forces that are left. And just as the hallelujah starts, we are victorious. And St Petersburg has fallen to us. And our men come marching through. Quite quick battle. Let's go ahead and end it. Save the replay. Da da da. Saint. And let's see if it crashes due to my victory here. We lost 700 men and we took out the entire garrison. Boom. Occupy St. Petersburg. And we have it completely under our control. We don't need whatever this is over here, so we're gonna build a supply depot instead. Gonna turn that around. This I can't actually build any ships in these conquered, or maybe it's just because I just conquered it, but you can't. It seems that I cannot recruit here yet. We'll keep it for one more turn, but then I'll turn it into something that will actually generate money for me. Now for the second battle, which is the battle over here, and I think Napoleon can bypass. He's going to be able to bypass this army. He will go directly to Smolensk. They will actually be reinforced by those men, but I think being outnumbered is just the kind of excitement that we need. So, let's go ahead and attack. I have an interesting Leibgwardi Cossacki. So, a guard Cossack. I think this one was the one that was that they got for building the whatever it was. I can't remember. It's victory column, I think. They built to get that. Anyways, it's Napoleon versus Fyodor Fyodorovich Buxhoven and Apollon something Russian. Great big open terrain. Do we have a good place for my artillery? We have Napoleon's large artillery. I can have it here on a slight angle to be able to bombard into their center. But I'm not entirely sure if that's a good idea. Or rather just have it in the center and then have these guys sort of on an angle like that over here, so they're able to fire over. This army is mostly just guard, tons and tons and tons of guard units. What we'll do is we'll organize the guards. So these are the proper guard units. We'll station here. Our attack will be conducted on the right. What we can have is we can have the light infantry going through this forest, supported by the light cavalry in case something's coming over here. But the heavy cavalry will be on this side together with the attack force. The line infantries will be on hand to protect the artillery pieces. Then we have the young guard, 4 of them. Will lead the they should lead the attack rather than the old guard unit. Then we have yes, I think I removed one of the Bardishan troops. So we only got one now, I think. Well, I can only select one. These formed. Where did we? Were they up there? Formed behind barricades over there. Napoleon can sit behind them, watching what's going on. Have I moved everyone? Going through all of this. Yes, I have. Heavy cavalry attack wave. Yes, let's go ahead and start. Oh, he's gonna fire into the back of this one. Quickly, just shrink the line. Quickly. Can you do as I say? Quickly, just shrink the line so they can fire through. Boom. So it starts off with a battery duel.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Napoleon's gonna go ahead and inspire his battery. The Russians are coming up against us. They are attacking. They have their battery shooting their own men, it seems. And then a large concentration of their troops seems to be heading over to this side. We're gonna have the light infantry quickly move up and take position along there, while we start off our advance with the young guard advancing towards the enemy. Don't shoot the other ones in the back. And then the heavy cavalry. The Russians very aggressive in this battle as they march up. We'll hold fire on all of these to make sure that they do not halt. The young guard will halt and open fire upon the cavalry which is approaching. Form into squares. These 2 units will form into squares. The enemy is now close enough for the batteries to open the fire with canister. What do we have? Jaegers. The Emperor's Dragoon will attack the Jaegers while this one does a large maneuver to get around the flank. They're heavily attacking this location, so we're gonna have to retreat from this position. The battery is moving to retreat. These guys need to move up. The cavalry can cover some of the retreat. These guys need to pull back as the enemy draws closer. The battery is opening fire. The young guard is holding on. The Jaegers are being sent away by the Emperor's Dragoons. The squares are coming under heavy fire. The Jaegers, our flankers and stuff are falling back. This artillery piece needs to move back over here. Where did the cavalry go that I sent? Oh, you haven't. You know what? The Emperor's Dragoons will follow up there as well. Quickly move towards the enemy up there. Turn in and you can drop your square. and open fire upon the enemy, and you can drop your square but fall back a bit. These guys have been caught by the enemy. The cavalry will move in, try to cover them for a bit. As these guys move back, cannons move back. The cavalry is attacking the Russians, causing a morale shock. If we keep just standing there shooting at them, that might work out well. Cannons, you still need to move. Emperor's Dragoons, do as I say, get out of that fight. Oh, they moved one artillery piece all the way up there. The Young Guard is holding, and so far we don't need to mobilize. Who is this? Count Friedrich Wilhelm, Count von Boxhoven. What's this? The enemy turns up in our behind us. The main line is holding. The old guard needs to be mobilized. And then these guys will hold that area over there. Quickly move to meet the enemy. Same time, the guards will attack, and the Emperor's Dragoons will attack the guns. The canister is killing off the enemy. The guard, Chasseur à Cheval, is pushing away the enemy. The what's it called? The regiment of chasseurs are back. They're pushing these guys away, making sure that they do not come back. They're actually getting hit by canister shots all the way over here. Over here, our two heavy cavalry units are striking in on their the light cavalry. I think we've dealt with these guys, so what we want to make sure is these guys continue routing. As we've defeated the Russian attack, we can now move on the offensive. These two will move up. I could move this one to be able to open up. What we could do is put them there and possibly could fire down through the road there. And then this infantry could march over here. Looks like we've defeated everything in front, so the heavy artillery piece can hold its fire. See if we can gather up the cavalry. Emperor's Dragoons lost quite a few men. Let's go for that one. Oh, we got the Young Guards being fired upon in the flank over here. These two will move to deal with that, while these two advance towards that cannon. But it's gonna be dealt with. So the Young Guard is moving up. Lot of Russians killed right here. We got something Jaeger unit in the forest. Turn to face him. Get the cavalry units back. We've got someone running. Ah, the unit we had in the forest is falling. Crap, we've got nothing really to protect the artillery now. Get these two units up there. Get Napoleon over there. Limber the guns. Get the sappers to deploy stakes across here to make sure the enemy doesn't come through. The Russian heavy cavalry is forcing its way through this old guard chasseur, which might just fall to that. Napoleon will move swiftly
Our men are running, sir.
to make sure that that unit comes back. Move up. Oh, these guys are back. The big cannons will move down there to prepare to come back. Cannons over here are about ready to open up. It's all infantry left now out there. Let's get the light cavalry over there to deal with them. The two heavy cavalries will now move over to the right. The young guard units will be stationed behind the heavy cavalry. Sappers, hurry over there to deploy spikes. Get in line. We've got the well, this one was so heavily damaged it has gonna have to fall back. We got these veteran fusiliers pushing up. Gonna push up all the way over there. This one, grenadier, yeah, this is gonna fall back as well. This cannon is ready, so deploy. Suffered heavily, these units. Once we get the cannons going, though, it's gonna be able to get quite a bit going here. Ah! The this special heavy cavalry unit. Russian heavy cavalry is one unit that is really destroying a lot of my force. These two are opening fire from their position. Deploy spikes. What we'll do is we'll hold the Russians back up here, and then we'll fall back towards the cannons once they're ready. The enemies were sent off. These two units will make it into the forest in case something comes towards us. Are they firing howitzer shots? It almost looked like it. No, they're firing into the hill and they're bouncing in that strange... It is actually a howitzer. Or that really thick cannon. Russian in the woods. Cannons about to come into place. Let's see, we've got quite a few of these that were quite unharmed, so they can move to that side. We got the slightly harmed units on this side. The light cavalry and this heavy cavalry is the ones we can still use. Emperor's Dragoons, 2 damaged to be used. Napoleon needs to come over here. Seems as though the Russian units that come in support here are slowly being broken down. Why don't you turn up along this fence and open fire upon the enemy? Now there's a lot of quick movements because, well, the Russians like to play it tough with bayonet charges back and forth. So unfortunately I haven't been able to maybe do as many close-up shots as one would like, but then again I'm not recording off a replay. I'm recording live, as it were, while this is happening. And we've seen sometimes what can happen when I focus in too close on the action. Jaeger unit in the forest. The old guard is being able to just deliver so much fire upon the enemy that they're actually breaking their units down. I think this Jaeger unit though might be hard, so heavy cavalry will go in and deal with them. The battery switch to round shot and open up on that hill. I want to see the impact as we start to fire here. The enemy has been broken all along the line. Time to send in the heavy cavalry to clear out this unit. The grenadiers will charge! And in among the Russians. And make sure that that unit does not come back. Time to move up and deal with that last Russian unit. And the heavy cavalry dispatched that unit completely. Light cavalry is able to bypass it's almost like it goes boom 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 boom. We're gonna see as they're ready to fire again, so it goes boom. Well, it's almost like that. Pretty cool. They've destroyed. Oh shit. I was gonna say they destroy all the cannons. I think this is a bug though. That must be a bug, yes. And the game has stopped working. Nice, because of a bug. And I looked at it too closely, I guess. I don't know. Well, since we played this through, it would be nice to have a screenshot though of this. Did I get the other one? Yeah, I did. Well, we'll come back to this and see what I decided to do. And so we're back, and I decided to auto-resolve it, as we can see of the result here. Some of the units have, people have lost. Soldiers have lost all across rather than a few units that lost a bit more than everyone else. But as I auto-resolved that, we completely crushed the enemy. And Smolensk is mine. Or, well, it's Napoleon's. Freeze up this spy to go ahead and see what's going on here. And I don't think the replenishment rate is that good in Smolensk. Well, it's okay for Napoleon, so it might be okay for this guy, but we'll hold him back for now before he moves closer. And so then it's really the attack on the Ottomans, but I want to see what they have in town, and maybe if I end turn they will move this army a bit away from the town, which makes it an easier target to attack. Okay, the British Navy, I'm not entirely sure where it's going. That went for blockading one more port. And we got small units of I guess partisanis moving around, trying to cause mischievous stuff. Russian Navy keeps chasing us. I didn't really think they had a Navy presence down here. Oh, what's this? Battle deployment. The enemy will attack. Well then we will defend. We will defend ourselves at the best. Well, the other two went rather quickly. This one, since I only have so few units, I can really just spend a lot of time closely looking at the action, since I got... how many do I got? 4! And that's including the general. So the Battle of Odessa in 1808. Ah, it's raining. And also, the user interface stuff was gone because of the crash. This is gonna be an interesting fight. It would be nice if I could sort of get a house or something. The enemy, of course, starts in the town. We got the only unit we can see, which is the enemy. What is this? Dragoon guards. We got some stone walls over here we can hide behind, but it's not really great angles, really, on those. But I think this hill area is probably best to hold around. So that is what we'll do. And we'll see how well these guys will do. So if we can, it would be nice if we could defeat their general right off the bat, because they have a lot of those weak armed citizenry. They've spread out the units all along the line with armed citizenry and recruits. They've got a lot though. They've got 2,000 men compared with our 600. See if we can get some shots off on their general. And then you will protect the flank. And then the general will come in behind here. Are these guys ready to fire? They should be. Fire! We got 2 of them. Quickly move there, and you guys will quickly move up to the flank. General closely supporting the action here. Thriller corps. Corpse, I say it's like a dead person, but core. That's really what I should be saying. Armed citizenry. This one's gonna come under a lot of fire. So what we can do, I mean, they're bringing up another unit there to support it, to support the rest of the Russians there. Gotta keep an eye on the cavalry, which is coming through here. Come on, open fire now, open fire, boom! Perfect! And the Cossack unit was destroyed. Okay, this unit is gonna have to be inspired. The Russians coming in close here. And we're just mowing them down. The fire rate of my men is so high that we're just mowing down the Russians. Oh, they're falling back. We've got a mass rout going in the Russian lines. We've got 1 unit standing though. Got the general back there. You know what? We need to make sure that we keep these guys on the run. So the general will support this unit that will charge after them. Yeah, we can see some of them already coming back now. Okay, halt. Get back in line. General, support. We've got the voltigeurs firing down. This unit moving far into the flank of this one. But now, as we can see, most of the units that come back are situated in this region. So I think it's... You know what? We'll switch sides. The guys in spread out formation will go over there, and the guys in line will go over there. And so we will switch locations. Oh, maybe not actually. We got cavalry form square. You guys fall back to protect. as the enemy is coming in. These guys holding on. Yes, I was just about to move the general because he's gonna come under fire. Okay, you know what? The dragoons are not coming this way. Get into the flank of the square. Inspire this unit, since it's holding the line on its own at this point. And just push as much fire down upon the enemy as possible. If we get another break, we will charge, and I think I'll have the general follow. Looks like they're not going to charge the square, so move into line. We've got one unit there moving back. See if we can get some shots off on the dragoons. So much fire going down here on the Russians. Their advantage in number is going down quickly just by how just the fire rate that we are able to put down upon the enemy here is really breaking them. We need to move up and see if we can get some flank shots over there. Recruit musketeers, they're breaking. Get into the flank of the dragoons. Inspire the men in the front. And just push. For some reason the dragoons decided not to charge, but to stand and fire. Last Russian unit. It's a armed citizenry unit. If we can break that one before the general unit, the general unit just came back. Before, I was gonna say before he comes back, we could win this. Keep it up, Corsicans. The enemy is moving in the flank, but I don't think they're actually going to charge. What they're gonna do is they're gonna go ahead and move up and shoot again. So what we'll do is we'll turn this one around to face them. Yeah, they're firing into them instead. Thing is, I could charge, but I think just because there goes the general, so no need to charge. They're gonna break any second now. The Russian force is done for, and we've secured this region. And the Corsicans are worth their weight in gold. And there we have that. Secured this region. No, actually, because we didn't completely destroy the Russians, but they have only 500 men left now, so. A Russian gentleman making his way downtown. Ah, the Swedish are now cornered. They will not be able to go any further. I have paid Denmark to attack Sweden, but all they've done is they blockaded the port for a while. Maybe they've gone ahead and sued for peace with them again. Oh, apparently Lan is available as a general. Right, we're gonna go ahead and see what they've got up here. That's a clear auto-resolve by Lan. Boom. And so this region falls, and he becomes a siege expert. And what we can see is we've got a Russian army up there that probably was moving down here to reinforce this region. Can I continue the fight here? What's the chance? Yes, victory is overwhelming. Then we will auto-resolve. We lost 82 men, and we'll destroy the rest. Crimea, no thank you. We will not go ahead and release you as a nation state. I think maybe releasing anything was a mistake. Now we control this this port hub, and the Ottomans right here are now completely surrounded. We're gonna have the spy move in, see what the Ottomans have. Looks as though we're gonna have to fight both their forces when we go ahead and declare war on them. The rest of the armies will move up one way or another, making their way now to Moscow, which is the last region. The Poles get quite good resupply rate, and we want to maybe let them wait a bit, so we instead move in the Belgians. The Belgians secure the mine of Smolensk. Napoleon's gonna sit here a while before he moves in. We got the spy network going, so we know everything that's going on here. We're just gonna move a spy over there. And then this army is gonna chase down the Swedes. We don't reach them, but we can drag them in with this, which hopefully drags in the Swedish, yes, the rest of them. Boom! And so the Swedes are gone. And these two can actually join this army. And the other two, there's no room in this one. But he will move down to secure Novgorod down there. And then you will move down there as well. We got a Russian spy. The Belgian force is there. You know what? Don't we have? Yes, we do have a resupply depot here. So if these guys go across, yeah, they get better resupply. Good. Then they can actually follow the road down there and come up behind Juno. And then next time around we deal with the Ottomans. Where's my navy? My navy is now all gathering up outside the Irish Sea. And then one of the British navies will move in this way, so maybe we can follow it down. They have let me open this up, so I'm getting 19,000 out of this. But they are blockading these two. So my trade with Mecklenburg and Denmark is ceased, and my trade with Ireland is ceased. Oh wow! All the cash I get from trading with Ireland. All those Irish potatoes are gonna just be captured by whoever laid by the Russians. The Russians are taking all my all my Irish potatoes. Right. Ottomans next turn. After that, we'll get Moscow. Oh, they're building up stupid bloody fort there. Gonna see about getting some like final battle against this stack of Russians somewhere outside. Then we'll probably auto-resolve against the town, because I don't want to fight the fort because that crashes. Once that's done, We'll move everything back towards Paris. We'll go ahead and take control over Dresden and Hessen-Kassel, or Hessen-Kassel, and then we'll invade Britain. And the last thing we'll do is we'll take over Bavaria in some fashion. We're gonna make Bavaria our slaves more than they are right now. Interesting, because I think we have some Bavarian troops, don't we? Or no, I have Badischen troops, and I have Württemberg, so we don't actually have Bavarian troops. But yeah, we're more or less control of the entirety of Europe, and no one can oppose Napoleon. Oh, the only region who's unhappy is Odessa, but that's because they are Muslims and we are Catholic. And they probably get a bit of unhappiness from having a steam-powered factory right about here. I could see about conquering a lot of other of these smaller nations. I think if I conquer the Swiss, I can recruit Swiss troops. If I conquer the Netherlands, I can take troops from the Netherlands. And same, there's probably a lot of different units I can use from over here. But the thing is, right now, as we can see about all the armies I have, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 full stacks in Russia. And then we got like some reserves back in France that probably counts for 1 stack as well. So 11 stacks, and all of that is going to be unloaded onto England once, of course, we are able to bypass their bloody fleet, which is going to be hard. And then we're going to draw in on, hopefully, maybe I can draw in and make the biggest battle of them all. We'll land somewhere, hope that England drags, or Great Britain drags, all its men together, and we can have one huge battle, even larger than the other one we had. Because as we see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if they're combined, 6 full stack British armies. And then I could launch 6 of my own with all kinds of interesting units, which will be quite cool. Anyways, this will be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!